Hey guys, it's been quite a long time since my previous video. What I got for you today is it's a DIY, I think. Um, Not many of you gonna need it in your life, but sometimes it may become handy. This is 2011 Audi S4, S4 again, and I got a problem. One of those lock bolts is with the security, and this car doesn't have the key for this lock. Let me show you. First of all, I will remove. Okay, this looks like the one with the lock because it's more fat comparing to. Let me put it here, and I'll remove the other one, and you'll see how those are different. So that's how I can easily tell which one is with the lock, and this one is with the lock that has a sleeve. So let's say if I would like to hammer the socket over it, like typically can be done with all the regular wheel locks, it won't work this way because it's gonna simply spin, and it won't turn the actual lock. And I'm not too cautious about this wheel. It's got a lot of damage, but that's what worked for me pretty good with this type of the locks. In my case, I'm taking 22 millimeter 12-point socket, just like that. I tried with the 6-point socket, 22 millimeters. I could not hammer it on, so it's possibly 23 millimeter 6-point socket can work the magic, but I don't have any in that size, so I'm using 22 millimeter 12-point socket, and I will hammer it on to the okay, it's nice and tightened. I cannot remove the socket anymore. It does nothing. I need to hammer it again, and it's hot. Ouch. Alright, let's hammer it again. Okay, So what we have here is the outer sleeve shredded, pretty much the lock ring that is holding the sleeve around the actual, you know, nut or bolt. And now on the next step, I'll take, wow, it's ow, oh, freaking hot. All right, hot. I guess it's 18 in my case. And now I'll take this little key and put it inside the brake rotor so the wheel won't turn. Let's see if we can. Before I do that, you know, guys, another trick. I will tighten the wheel slightly in a couple spots, trying to make it go towards the brake rotor. Yes, it's, in my case it's 17 mils. So what I will do, I will loosen the top two bolts. Maybe not completely, and I will tighten the bolts that are next to our bolt. And it may get the wheel slightly, you know, tilted towards the bolt we would like to undo. You know, I'll probably use this. And here is our lock bolt. Wow. Wow. And the GoPro is dead. Hopefully this camera caught something. Yeah, the GoPro sucks. Okay, we have this lock bolt removed. It's still hot, but here you can see a little ring that holds, where is it? It's probably still too hot. Ouch, ouch, very hot. That is holding this sleeve on the top. The hardest part of this whole process is to yank out those two, one like the bolt and the sleeve out from those sockets. That's the most hardest part of this job. There are other methods you can use. This one, or my situation with those bolts, is probably the worst one, because those bolts are deep inside. There are some rims where the bolts are almost exposed completely, and it's much easier to work on them. In my case, it's very deep, worst case scenario. And there are some tools actually specifically designed to remove those security bolts, but I would say $400 plus for the kit. It's not worth for me. It's the first time I got into the situation when I do not have the key for those locks, and This is number 3. I have one more to go. This is the remainders of the bolt, and you can see there is like a almost like a piston ring, and the lock is right here. So we shredded pretty much this piston ring that was going into the groove. You probably can see the groove, and it was locking it's in place. So it took me about 5 minutes, I think, per bolt, maybe a little bit more. And again, there is some damage I did to the rim right here. In my case, again, I wasn't too cautious because it should go to the junk regardless. Your mileage may vary, but that's one way how you can do that. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully it was somewhat useful for you. I'll see you in the next videos.